My name is Jonan Kisakye, the Chief Executive Officer of Uganda Insurers Association. Now, marine cargo insurance is a policy taken out by an importer that provides assurance that goods dispatched from the country of origin arrive in the country of destination in the same condition. So it's a policy that would protect the importer against losses that would arise as a result of perils at sea, or if the goods are coming in by air or land. And basically it simply means that you would then be able to call upon your insurer for purposes of compensation, just in case there were disparities within these goods caused by unforeseen circumstances, for example, accidents. A local marine cargo insurance cover means that you, as an importer, you have purchased your marine cargo insurance from a local or a domiciled insurance company that transacts business within the country where you also transact business, and in this case that is Uganda. Now, the reasons as to why purchasing a local cover is better is that number one, there is ease of purchase and negotiations with a local player who is within the same market where you are also transacting. So you have leeway in terms of engaging them and trying to understand further the details of the policy that you're purchasing, as opposed to buying from a foreigner or a foreign player who you may not have access to. But also, in the event of a loss, if you buy your product, your local marine cargo insurance policy, it is easier to then go back to the local player to be able then to have your claim processed. Because the player is operating within a regulated market, a supervised market that is under the law and under the supervision of the Insurance Regulatory Authority of Uganda. So it's easier for you to process your claim if you buy your policy locally, but also in line with regulation in terms of aligning with the laws of the land, and specifically the laws of Uganda here, and specifically the Insurance Act of 2017 that mandates all imports to be insured by locally licensed insurance players. Again, if you buy your local cover, it means you're aligning yourself to the laws of the land. But also, finally, you are promoting local players, and you're buying Uganda and building Uganda. The premiums that you pay to a local player, a player that pays local taxes, a player that invests locally, a player that provides employment to Ugandans, by you supporting them and buying your cover locally, you are again building Uganda, our motherland. On top of the ease of purchase of the product through a portal, and that is digitization, and also in addition to the claims processing, the ease of processing of your claim in the event of a loss, the research was conducted by ISCOS that showed that the country, and specifically the government, was losing revenue. And this lost revenue is in two aspects. Number one, through the taxation, because for every policy of insurance that is purchased locally, there are corresponding taxes that are levied. Through these taxes, government, over a period of about 5 years, lost over $300 million. But also, as local players, as the local insurance market, the same research indicated that over 30 billion shillings in lost revenue to the insurers, and that is through the premiums that were being remitted to foreign players, was also lost. Remember, these premiums are used to develop the local market. They're invested in the local investments. These players also pay taxes. Every single time you purchase a policy of insurance locally, the player will pay relevant taxes, not only corporation tax, but also the corresponding stamp duty on that policy of insurance. Now, all this works together in view of development of the country through ensuring that we all pay our appropriate dues through the relevant taxes. According to the notice issued by the Uganda Revenue Authority, which was based on two aspects. Number one, the Insurance Act, specifically Section 9, subsection 3, that mandates all imports to be insured by locally licensed insurance players, but also in addition, a ministerial directive by the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, which also mandates that all imports must be locally insured in line with the Insurance Act. It just simply means that as you bring in your merchandise, for URA to be able to clear you through the customs system, you will then have to demonstrate that you have gotten local marine cover through a certificate of insurance that has been issued by a local licensed insurance player. Now, the insurance sector is more than ready to service our clients out there, the importers. We have come up with a platform for ease of purchase. But not only have we come up with this platform that can be accessed through the website of the Uganda Insurance Association, that is uia.co.ug, we have also linked this platform with Uganda Revenue Authority through the Uganda Electronic Single Window. What that means is that once a policy of insurance is issued through this platform, URA will then be able to access the same certificate of insurance and fast track the clearing process of your merchandise. So we've integrated with the URA, especially for ease of customs clearance. But also as players, the insurance market, we've come together and put our capacity together through a co-insurance arrangement. What that means is that all licensed players are participating through this platform. So when you buy marine insurance through this platform, you will not necessarily be buying it directly from one player, but you will be buying from a combined capacity of all insurance players are participating on this risk. I must emphasize at this point that if you currently are already having an existing policy, because there are a number of importers who are already buying their insurance policies locally. They're either buying through their licensed broker, they're buying through their agent, maybe it's through bank assurance, or you're buying directly from the insurer. This does not impact you. You will continue accessing your policy of insurance through your preferred insurer directly or through a licensed intermediary or channel. What that means is that once you purchase your product or your policy through that method, your player or your provider, specifically an insurance underwriter, will then upload the certificate within the system such that at the point at which your goods are interfacing with the customs, with the URA customs system, URA can be able then to access your certificate of insurance and clear your goods. So we've introduced this platform mainly to expand on our reach by tapping into the uninsured market through provision of a solution that has currently been not been available to the local trader who was mainly buying insurance from a foreign player and facing challenges in terms of compensation, but also in view of aligning with the law. But also, in addition to that, in terms of how ready we are as players, We have already discounted the rates in terms of what the trader will be charged, what the importer will be charged. And these rates are based on the fact that we are now going to reach a bigger market, and therefore this brings the cost of operation down, the cost of insurance down, but with the same benefit in the event of a loss. In most cases, for you, the local importer, the cost is going to be lower as opposed to what has been happening at the point of clearing your goods or interfacing with the Uganda Revenue Authority. Now, what has been happening is that once your goods would come into the country and URA is able to prove that you have no insurance cover, there would be a surcharge of 1%, which is in line with the East African Customs Management Act. Now, that 1% is higher than the rates that have been applied within the portal, within the marine portal. So by all means, your cost is now going to be lower, but with a benefit now of insurance. But even if these costs, and in these are rare cases where the costs of insurance, depending on what merchandise you're bringing in, would then be higher upon applying insurance. Again, the benefit that you're going to get as an importer and the peace of mind that comes out of the fact that as you bring in your merchandise, you are sure that should there be an accident, should there be a loss, should your goods get to you in a condition that is different from the point at which they were dispatched, you would then have a fallback position and be able then to be compensated based on your local marine cargo insurance cover.